back to my guy who went to primary school and was an excellent student and all this and became whatever he became, an engineer or a doctor or something, or business person. The guy we're talking about is now 30, and this really smoking hot girl comes into the office, and she's stacked like this, and she's like 10 years younger than him, and man, she's hot. And he talks to her a bit when he's going out to lunch, and then at the office Christmas party, something happens, and he sleeps with her. And she's the hottest girl he's ever slept with. And they keep dating. And for the first 2 or 3 months it's good, and then it sort of starts to go downhill. She starts nagging him and annoying him. But he's working really hard. He's still finishing off his postgraduate studies. So he just keeps dating her because she's hot and he wants to have someone to have sex with. And this sort of drags on and on and on and on, and their relationship deteriorates. I should say, this in many cases isn't the girl's fault, it's the guy's fault, because he was never a man and went out and talked to lots of girls and met one that he really had a great rapport with. So they're dating and dating and dating, and about 3-4 years later, she starts to nag him. Let's get married, let's get married, let's get married, let's get married. Because remember, when he met her, she was 24 and smoking. She's getting a little bit older now, and most of her friends are getting married. She's going, oh, I better go before I'm 30, otherwise. So she's starting to nag and nag and nag and nag. And he's so busy, and he's so stressed, and she's nagging so much. And a couple of his mates are getting married, and they're going to weddings all the time. So he's like, oh, what the hell, whatever. So he gets married. And that all goes well, and they have a lovely honeymoon. It gets a bit better, and then as soon as he's married, it just disintegrates. The sex pretty much dries up. She nags a lot more. He just sort of hides in the corner, and then lo and behold, a bloody kid pops out, and he's sort of happy about that. He's got a son, yay! But he's still working so hard, and when he gets home from his 50-hour-a-week job, his lovely wife comes up and nags him. Again, it's often not the woman's fault. It's because the man was never a man to begin with. He thought if he got enough things, enough degrees, he'd just be attractive to women. She's nagging him and nagging him and nagging him. Then another kid pops out and she's like, we need a bigger house. So he goes and borrows another $1 million, and now he's basically chained to his job and his computer for the rest of his life. And he's starting to get a bit down. He's got these lovely young kids, but he can barely enjoy them because he's stressed out by work, and she comes home and nags him. He's got no energy left. So what does he do? Sorry? Some of them do, and it costs them a lot of money in many cases. Some of them cheat, and they also do this as well. They get a favourite drink. In this part of the world, I believe it's VB or Crown Lager, and they pick a local football team. Collingwood, for instance. And then they find a mate with lots of degrees who's in the same predicament, and they sit together and they go, yay, go the Pies, go the Pies. Or if you're in Chicago, Chicago Bulls or whatever, or Manchester United, whatever your team is and whatever your poison is. I love this stuff, by the way. There's few things better than Belgian or German beer, but it is poison, by the way. So anyway, every Saturday, the highlight of his week is turning on his big screen TV with his buddy. The girl's out shopping or having coffee or something, and he cheers on the Pies. Yeah, man, this is the happiest I've been since last time I cheered on the Pies, but they lost. And that's the highlight of his life. And he's got so much debts, and he works so hard. He's just trapped and lost. And he gets into his 40s, and he's never seen the Eiffel Tower, he's never fucked a French chick, he's never seen the Grand Canyon, he's never been to South America, he's never had a threesome, he's never whitewater rafted, scuba dived, he's got a $100,000 German car, but he's never actually gone in a a go-kart, which is a hell of a lot more fun. He's really never done anything, and he starts to get bald and fat, and anyway, his life's over. So what you learn from that story? You've got to be a man and go out into the world and get your own women. And this isn't disrespectful to women at all. Women, and it's probably the most important thing I'll say to you tonight, women don't respect men who can't go out and seduce other women of their caliber. Do you guys get that? That's so important. I'm a bit older than most of you guys, and I've seen my mates who work in finance go through this. If you can get a hot woman because you make good money, or you're good looking, or you've got social status, it might be great for a while, but in most cases she will destroy you. And it's not necessarily because she's bad, although some of them are. It's just because you weren't a man, and you might have been the best offer she got, and you just married the hottest girl that fate dropped in your path. And I sincerely believe the work that James and Damien and I are doing is going to have a profoundly beautiful impact on the world, particularly the English-speaking world. Because go to, what's it here, Toorak. Go to Toorak or the Upper East Side or you know, the better parts of LA. That's the story of so many men who are smart and, you know, successful.